Welcome back to another episode of the Wrestling Aroundup, where we go through this week's biggest stars in the news. Joining me, as always, is the world-famous Terry Peters. Terry Peters, how are we doing?
Hello, I'm okay, thank you.
Can you
tired.
confirm more than I that you've finally finished the world's biggest Sunday roast?
Can confirm.
Good. How long was you eating that for?
7 days.
7 days, right. What was on it? How was it to be?
All the meat in the world was on the plate.
All the meat in the world.
So I've eaten every single bit of meat that was going this week.
Right. I don't know how to respond to you sometimes.
I like to make you awkward.
Well, you're an expert at that. Joining me, as is the news, is world-class wrestling journalist Aaron Franklin. Aaron, how are we doing?
I'm very well. Got a mouthful of biscuit, so.
Thank God you didn't say mouthful of meat.
Is it taking you less than 7 days to eat?
Well, yeah. And I don't have Peter's poops afterwards, so.
Oh, God.
It's win-win.
Yeah, if I disappear, then.
Me and some jam and cream and Fox's biscuits.
Oh, very nice.
They're the banging ones, aren't they? Like Jam Dodgers, but better.
Yeah, they have better Jam Dodgers because they've got the cream as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fully stocked up tonight with snacks. I've got some digestives, some Bassett's milk bottles, because they're the best ones as well, because it's got powder on.
Yeah.
The best ones.
So if it looks like like a scene from Scarface, you've opened up with the milk bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start sniffing it in the background. Background, that's me.
That shit with the milk bottles. Joining me as well is the ever-present, world-renowned Scoop L.
Scoops.
Have you got some scoops?
I've got some scooper-duper scoops.
Before we get into the scoop,
I've also got a bag of pretzels, actually. I'm also like Aaron, I'm on the snacks tonight. Got the bag of flips.
Yeah. Can we also say hello to Bob Roode?
Bob Roode, there he is in the background. With a really shiny crotch.
What have you done to him this week?
Well, I decided, because he wasn't illuminated enough, I'd put a light underneath him, because I've got like small lights like around my living room. And I've accidentally just illuminated his crotch, is what I've done this.
It looks like his dong is a giant light beacon.
It looks like he's naked with a really shiny dong, yeah.
And it also looks like your Jeffrey Goldblum.
Jeffrey Goldblum, yeah, that's the guy.
Is it Jeff Goldblum, isn't it?
It is, sure is, or still is.
He's the cushion that you've got. He's telling us to be quiet about Bobby Roode's golden dong.
Yeah, so just ignore it. Bobby's impression's like, yeah, I'm still here, my dick, how are you going to do about it? And then Jeff Goldblum's like, oh, no, don't talk about Bob Roode's dong. Like
Is that your Goldblum impression?
I try to be, but it just sounds like a Southern gentleman in the end. Something more like Carol Sanders.
Sanders out. Yeah. What are your scoops? Come on.
Oh, scoops. Cody Rhodes, is he going to AEW? Is he going to WWE? Is he re-signing with WWE? I don't know, but I've got some scoops from Fightful Select. DDP, talked to him. He told DDP 2 days before that he wasn't going to re-sign.
Is that the end of the scoop?
2 days before we didn't re-sign.
But DDP doesn't know what he's going to do next.
DDP's a waste of space, isn't it?
Well, he's got a new Netflix show coming out, hasn't he?
I hope it's better than that.
Was it DDP Yoga?
No, he is. It's called like the Guardians of Justice or something. It's like some dark comedy superhero thing, and DDP is like the lead actor in it. And it's flew under the radar for like every wrestling fan ever, I think. But it's like it's a legit thing. It's coming soon.
You've seen Devil's Rejects?
What was that one?
Devil's Rejects with DDP in.
I've not. No, I didn't even realize he was an actor up until this point.
Yeah, it's a horror film. Rob Zombie one. Yeah, it's pretty good. But
yeah. So that's DDP's got a new series coming out. So he's doing the interview rounds. It's about to Fightful. He's on Cultaholic Straight to Hell soon, actually. Speaking of which, after me, yeah. Peter's t-shirt's all right.
Describe your t-shirt, Piers.
Bulldog, Daddy, Regal, Drew, Pacitti, British wrestling legends.
Where's Neville?
War Geordie Park.
The joke is Pacitti there after the bomb. Like, I've got the same t-shirt, actually. I've also got these
Did you get the Rossi
Colour-
jacket, buddy?
Colourholic Blart socks.
Oh, you got the Blart socks.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, so look at them.
What
Is
the hell,
that genuine Blart?
Is that genuine Blart? Yeah,
Lou's own Blart.
Blart socks.
Sounds disgusting. Should we do the news? This is the news. You know, this is too much banter for me for the news episode. Save it for
Yeah,
Wednesday.
should have saved it, shouldn't we?
Yeah, save your banter. The big news then. Vinnie Mac's coming back, potentially. WrestleMania 38.
Yeah.
He needs to fill 2 shows. He's going against Pat McAfee. Apparently.
I'm calling it now. I am calling it now. Match of the weekend.
match of the year.
Match of the year, yeah.
I mean, I'm intrigued. I'd love to know how they're going to build to it now.
The theory is that Vince McMahon's going to get Austin Theory to find his behalf, and that's the rumor.
That makes sense. But he's on the because I hadn't seen SmackDown this week. Although apparently Roman Reigns the promo is like we'll get to that in a sec. But Vince McMahon's going to be on Pat McAfee's podcast on Thursday, which is insane in itself. And I thought that's pretty cool because Vince doesn't do many interviews, but I think they're going to set up an angle. Because I was wanting to Pat, just do his Pat thing and like ask him about like AEW and Cody and all that shit, and just not really why are you releasing so many people. It's like all the unfiltered questions. But I think they're going to set up an angle by it.
It'll all be set up from there.
Madness, isn't it? But that's where it's going to start, I believe.
I'm not mad at this. I don't mind WrestleMania. I don't mind when there's a daft match like this because there's sometimes the best matches. I remember Trump versus Vince. That was hilarious.
Hilarious, yeah.
Even more hilarious now.
And that's what you sometimes need, though. It's just a bit of comedy, I suppose, mixed in there. Because
exactly.
It's a lot of wrestling, isn't it? I mean, you think over WrestleMania, what you're probably looking at, 14 hours of wrestling, maybe, over the 2 days. The people were there anyway. It's a lot. And I think they just break it up a little bit.
And I think it's WrestleMania, not Wrestle Kingdom, isn't it? Like we can have all this this banner and stuff. My bold prediction is I don't think it's that bold that there will be the largest disparity between the Meltzer star ratings and the Franken star ratings of WrestleMania weekend will be that match by a long shot. Yeah, that's.
Not 5 stars from each.
I'm saying a difference of probably like 7 or 8 at least between on a 5-star scale. Like.
I'm going to be honest, sir. I reckon Vince can still go.
I'd love to see Vince power walk to the ring. We've not seen it for how long since Vince is wearing his classic black tank top.
But it's still ripped. What is he? 76, 70?
78, I think it is.
78?
I'm sure he's.
I thought man was 76. I don't know.
It's 76. I might have made a 78 up. Let's have a look. I'll do some Googling.
That means he's older than Hogan.
Yeah, is he?
He's older than Hogan for sure. 76, 1945.
He's a machine, though, isn't he, Vince? 76 is the new 66, isn't it? That's what people say.
Yeah, he's not had a match since 2010.
Don't need to, do you?
12 years.
Hogan's
Who was that
68.
against?
Right. And he was the most physically able in that
WrestleMania.
match as well. That was one of the worst WrestleMania matches of all time. But because it should have been a comedy match, and it wasn't, was it? It was just the entire Hart family, and no one fucking knew any of them being at Vince for 2 hours. I hated that match. It was shit.
Bret Hart, serious? I don't believe you for a second.
Yeah, it was just she's so wanky. Do you know what I mean? It involved Bruce Hart. That's not good, is it? Who cares about Bruce Hart?
Yeah, that's okay. He's wanky though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a serious fella, really.
But I don't think Pat McAfee. My only fear is it'll mean Pat McAfee might not be on commentary anymore because I can't deal with that.
Well, Pat McAfee is he the most talented celebrity?
Yes.
Is he better than Bad Bunny?
Yeah, I think so. Because he did that flip off the top rope, didn't he? Land on his feet. So just for that and that alone, against Adam Cole.
Yeah,
Shinsuke and Boog's got a match at WrestleMania yet?
No, but I've only seen the first half an hour of SmackDown, and they were in some segment where they were going off-roading. But then I think it became apparent to me that it was an advert for Toyota or something, and it also became apparent to whoever controls the adverts at BT Sport because they cut it off halfway through on a live broadcast. But they were going surfing.
Do you think Boogs is going to have some input in Pat McAfee's match then?
That would be good actually if he plays into the ring. Yeah. I don't know what I can't remember what Pat McAfee's theme tune is, but yeah.
Is this quickly becoming Austin Theory against Shinsuke Nakamura? Promised Vince, Pat McAfee is Austin Theory Shinsuke. Is that what's happening?
That could be a separate match.
Just Vince versus Trump again, innit?
Yeah.
They both have a challenger or something like
No,
that.
I actually want it to be listed as Vince versus.
Yeah.
Pat
That's
McAfee.
what I'd like. But I just can't see it.
So I reckon all those people we've listed will get involved.
I don't accept it if Vince came to the ring and said, "I've got somebody new," and it's Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. Or hear me out. Pat McAfee, Vince, 1 hour time limit draw.
Well, length means it's 5 stars.
Exactly. Yeah. Meltzer won't know what to do. They were shit. They didn't do any moves, but also it was an hour. 5 stars.
And it's come live from Japan.
Yeah. You ran out of Tokyo done for that match.
Oh, do not do that. That's what an absolute waste. It's absolutely loved it. Right then, so who do you think is going to win? Think Pat McAfee's going to win?
Yeah.
No.
Vincent
coming back after 12 years to lose. Not having it.
Vince doesn't often win, does he, though? Not WrestleMania.
No, but I also look, why Pat McAfee?
Maybe just like
just
odd, isn't it?
It doesn't make any sense, does it?
No.
Does he just like him though? Because
he must do.
Do what? Yeah. Does he like his moxie? Because Pat McAfee's not like a stooge, is he?
I'm sure. Yeah.
He's a very talented boy, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's got a lot of exposure. And he gets $50 million for his podcast, doesn't he? I think he just does SmackDown commentary because it's fun. Like, I think I'm sure he said he loses money on it. He just does it because it's like he enjoys doing it.
Well, that's what you want, then, from your tag team.
Exactly. Tag team.
The
other thing as well, it might be a heel turn for Pat McAfee. I don't know, but so the like half an hour of SmackDown that I saw this week, Pat McAfee's introducing the show on his own, which this is a bit odd. And he goes, and now we're going to hand it over to the greatest commentator in the history of professional wrestling, Michael Cole.
Yeah, but is that just Pat McAfee being Pat McAfee?
I think he genuinely respects him that much, doesn't he? But I was like, that's a bold shout.
But I'm not mad at that Pat McAfee being a heel commentator, because I think sometimes it works well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The heel and face on the commentary team. Maybe that is good. As long as he's not the play-by-play guy going.
Well, you're seeing it like Cole's heel run.
No.
Yeah, disagree completely, but okay.
There's only you and 2 annoying Irish people who enjoyed that.
It was a great run. Michael Cole's NXT run was one of the greatest NXT runs of all time. You can stick your Bobby Roodes, Nakamura's, Adam Cole's, Gargano's, Ciampa's. Michael Cole's heel NXT run. The greatest.
Original NXT.
Yeah, the greatest NXT run.
No, we all know the greatest NXT run was Titus O'Neil's original slip.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. It's carrying the barrel.
When you're carrying the barrel of beer.
Yeah, keg.
With Barrett not listening and going into a promo, Jericho just asked him to introduce him.
Oh, yeah.
Great stuff. Right then, speaking of commentators coming out to wrestle, Corey Graves has been cleared.
No one wants to see him wrestle, though. They didn't want to see him on the TV.
Does anybody remember Corey Graves' original run? He was tag team champ on it?
Peters has got on DVD. Hipster as fuck, Peters.
Got a Sterling James Keenan match on DVD.
Is it good?
This is his favourite match of all time.
I fucking
cock up your wear.
And high energy.
Is it good? Who was he against?
Can't remember. I've not watched it for years. I'll report back next week.
Christ. No, watch the show next week.
Yeah, I mean, I'll report back with who he's facing.
You're not going to watch it.
What are you more excited about? This or his reality TV show with Carmella?
Don't you get Baps out or something?
Which is, well, yeah, you've seen the trailer.
Apparently.
The trailer's just like, you were going to have sex. We have a lot of sex. And it's on YouTube. So looks fucking awful, to be honest.
Stupid. I hate all that kind of side. If you're into that, then that's fine. But Total Divas, Total Bellas, Ms. and Mrs., whatever it's called.
Rose to the top.
Yeah, I just despise it all.
Ooh.
It's not my thing. And I watch a lot of shit on TV. But that's rubbish.
But Total Divas, you get a lot of insight into the backstage inner workings of WWE.
It's scripted. Yeah.
How do we know about Paige and Alberto Rio if you want to Total Divas?
Is that Paige and Albert Del Rio's relationship the best thing to watch? Lucas
it
can't be great, can it?
It wasn't good, but we knew about it, didn't we? So.
Oh, well, that's all right then. We wouldn't have found out any other way, would we?
No.
No, it's not for me. I find Corey Graves just annoying now. He believes he's on hype, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he will do even more.
People say he was the best commentator in WWE. Maybe he was for a bit because he was just different, but now
it's just too much for him now.
Yeah,
I want to see him give people a go. Like he just felt
too wooden.
SmackDown felt so flat the last 2 weeks when McAfee was off, and it was Corey Graves. I just don't know why they didn't just put someone like Sami Zayn and something, or Regal.
Yeah, he's just
I know Regal's left, but you know what I mean.
He just sounds very much like out of the WWE factory now.
Yeah, he sounds like he does on the video games,
which
is obviously pre-recorded lines.
Is he the worst commentator in WWE?
Well, he won the Wrestling Observer Newsletter Worst Commentator of the Year, didn't he?
Aaron Saxton.
They're both as bad as each other, I think.
Yeah, Aaron Saxton, it just sounds like the game, doesn't he?
Yeah, and they're just bickering like children, the pair of them, aren't they?
Yeah.
Bickering.
I'm going like proper childish stuff as well.
Yeah, shut up, Saxton. So that's not, it's funny the first time, but it's like, it's the third time in this segment now, Graves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only good thing, I mean, like Corey Graves and Booker T, but I was hoping Booker T would one day just fill him in.
Shut up. That's great.
Just thought we was coming to. Then you call him out. Did you say, yeah, you're untouchable at WWE, but I never see you on the street.
Yeah, and then they pretended it was a work afterwards in the other.
Booker,
which was clearly not a work from Booker's point of view.
Bring back Booker T on commentary. That's what I said.
I'd love Booker T.
Absolutely fucking not. Like for someone,
Why?
He's one of the and I mean I love Booker T in the same way that I love Dusty Rhodes, but one of the worst commentators of all time.
What do you mean?
He was just terrible.
Let me tell you about that.
Yeah, he just went on about random fucking shit that made no sense to anyone. Completely unrelated to the story. We just had his own views on stuff which didn't make any sense. He was very much like the modern day Dusty Rhodes. No.
Bring back JBL.
JBL was good the first time around, actually. Yeah.
Mick Foley, underrated commentary run.
Yeah, he didn't like it, did he?
On SmackDown. Or Taz.
Heel coach. Thank you. Not sports coach who came back in 2018.
Heel coach.
Don't care about that. Heel
GM coach.
Yeah.
Wild card. Ron Simmons.
That'd be amazing.
Is that going to happen? He's going to have to say something else than damn it.
Have you watched his Broken Skull sessions?
I'm about 10 minutes into it.
Yeah.
I got distracted.
Is it good?
It's all right. It's all right. He's not a great storyteller in it. He's not as, not as articulate as some of us. It's all right. It's not one of the best ones, but one of the worst ones ever. It's not Dean Ambrose level of bad, but it's not really good either. It's not like Vince McMahon levels of good. So it's around the middle. Yeah.
Lovely fella. Yeah.
No, you've met him, haven't you? Of course, yeah.
Massive hands.
Yeah.
Hands are huge.
Big lunchboxes, yeah.
We did like a fist bump, and I thought I was just going to get punched into the ground.
Yeah. Now I've only got one hand, haven't you?
Lost the hands, yeah.
Disintegrate.
It's on the new game as well, isn't he?
He is, yeah. It's like the only difference between that and 2K20. I'm sure I'll be fine. It's available to
reviews, though.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked a bit. Basically, I'm annoyed that there's no war games. Basically, that's where my annoyance is going. Yeah,
you're never going to do war games like this. I'm sure it's going to be too hard to film.
Apparently, it's too hard to. Yeah, it's too hard
because it's too big and the wrestlers will be too small.
Yeah, but I'm fuming about it. But there's a new backstage area, so that's good.
Yeah. When's it come out then? Next week?
After? The NWO edition comes out on the 8th.
That's the £100 one, is it?
Yeah, which is the one I'll be getting.
It's the one I'm getting. I get paid tomorrow, so I'll be ordering it.
So what do you get for that then? What's
you get all the DLC and all the unlockables in that, and you get the NWO. You get a playable Bischoff.
Yeah.
And how much is that?
£105. £104.99.
What else?
That's pretty much it.
It just seems like a lot. Because what games are like £60?
Games are £60 now. Yeah, but the DLC is worth most of that anyway.
So what's the DLC?
We don't know yet.
You get the Undertaker.
You just get it for the year. Oh yeah, you get the Undertaker actually as well. I know a Mysterio pack actually today.
There's going to be more. There's going to be more, isn't there? In the next few months, it's going to.
Yeah, but then they do it like basically you get a year's worth of DLC out of it as well. There's normally about 3 or 4 packs.
Oh, that's right.
So you
And
get
they
all
usually
that stuff.
they usually like 15, 20 quid a pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and you can
Really
unlock
good.
everything from the beginning without playing career mode, which is why I always get it. Because I don't want to fuck about.
All about the creations you
I just want to, everything immediately.
But I mean, as long as it loads and you can put like titles on people about the game crashing or people's faces.
I just want a fucking horse head and a gorilla suit. Otherwise, I'm going back to 2K19. We're in too deep. We're too invested. They're too invested.
But yeah,
can you import from 2019? Do you think?
I don't think you've never been able to do it before. It's really annoying. When I used to play Pro Evo, you used to be able to do that. It was great. Like all your edited stuff, you could just carry across the next game.
That's gonna be annoying. That's gonna be a good week or so, just rebuilding all the character models.
Yeah, and it comes out on a Tuesday, so I've got like a day to get everything out.
Take a week off work, right? You can build like 8. You just do it like
I'm just gonna have to do it like one by one. I
do an hour-long show.
Some of the lower ones may not make the cut.
Will Terry Peters, yeah.
The Terry Peters got to make it, I think, 100%. It's a big part of the...
Terry Peters is also going to be on my stream when I start.
I doubt it. It's going to have warring streams.
Wednesday Night Wars again.
Yeah.
I'm not put them on the same time.
Can't do it at the same time.
Yeah.
How would that work?
Outrageous. Losing half my audience.
Right. We'll go on to that later on. What else has happened?
Cesaro.
Oh yeah, fucking hell, yeah, I forgot about that.
Cesaro's left, not re-signed. What's next for Cesaro? So, I mean,
all the AEW fanboys are like, "Oh, he's going to come to AEW." I don't want him to.
Where do you want him to go?
Impact.
Yeah.
I think he'd be better at Impact.
Yeah.
I don't think he would be a main event level talent with AEW now.
No, because everybody who goes to AEW stays in exactly the same position as the way WWE.
Yeah. But I know I always liked Cesaro, but I never got it. Like, the people who absolutely love him think he should be like the world champion now. I've never been one of those people. I thought he's all right.
I do think he should have had a run.
The time to pull the trigger was when he was the Paul Heyman guy, but Paul Heyman was still cutting Brock promos while he was managing Cesaro. And actually, I think it made it worse from in the end.
Yeah,
that was when he had his momentum. But even like last year, he got a clean win against Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Had a main event level feud with Roman, and like a couple of weeks later, I think it's because he didn't sign his contract, wasn't it?
Yeah,
he was back in the mid card, and he was by the end of the year, he was tagging with Mansoor.
But he was never going to dethrone Roman Reigns, was he?
No, he didn't need to. It was good, but you would think he fell quite far down the card, didn't he? You would still, I think everyone expects him to lose to Roman, but before that he was feuding with Seth, and then said he was like tagging with Mansoor, so it's quite no offense to Mansoor, but he's fallen quite a bit. It should have been in the upper mid card still.
Yeah,
you could have done like him and like Edge or someone.
Yeah, if he was to go somewhere like Impact or Ring of Honor when it comes back, he could be a legitimate main eventer, couldn't he?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, how old is he, Cesaro?
41.
40. I thought he was older than that.
Oh, is it? I'm getting all wrong today. That's 2 I've got wrong now. Ignore me. Ignore me. Yeah.
41.
I was right. I nailed it.
He's not that old. Is it a thing where I was going to say, could he do a Drew McIntyre where he goes out, becomes champion in Impact or whatever, then comes back?
No, he probably should have done that before he signed his last contract, shouldn't he? I reckon. But I mean, he's had a good run. Like, I think people look back on it and think, how did WWE mess it up? But he's had like a good 10-year run almost, hasn't he? Like, I think he's had most wrestlers would kill for
he's always been on TV, I mean. It's not Cesaro's really been off back when he was injured. The bar, I love the bar.
Yeah.
The bar were brilliant.
It was an absolute highlight, considering everyone was mourning like crap when it was a 7-series announced between Sheamus and Cesaro, and then it became the bar.
Yeah.
And that's when he lost his teeth.
No,
I forgot about that.
He had his teeth smashed out, didn't
he? Yeah. Like pushed it, was it like an inch into his gum?
Yeah, and he hit him on the top of the new, I think the new at the time, the new,
I do remember that, yeah. Gross.
Completely special, but it'll always be remembered, running into the crowd and grabbing that beach ball.
Yes, exactly. A hero to all.
The best bit.
A hero to all wrestling fans everywhere, I think.
Good job he caught it, though. That would have been embarrassing otherwise, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, because that was,
yeah, you've got to get What's happened? I don't know if this was on this SmackDown. I haven't watched it, but Edge has announced is it having an open challenge for WrestleMania?
Oh, it was on Raw that one, yeah.
Was that Raw?
He drops a lot of hints, didn't he?
Is this going to be AJ Styles? That's the rumor, isn't it?
Well, he said it'll be phenomenal, but then he said, he was saying it to someone else, and then he said, and they could be undeniable, which is Cody Rhodes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be either AJ or Cody, isn't it?
I don't think there's enough time to build to Cody, is there?
No, I think they might save him. Well, they've got a month. It's beginning of April, isn't it? WrestleMania.
And we're at the end of February, aren't we? So
still got a month, but then also they need to build up Raw after WrestleMania is a big deal again, don't they? So Cody Rhodes debuting there would be pretty big.
I mean, it'd be good for a good position for Cody Rhodes. Yeah. I mean, the rumor for a while has been AJ Styles on it, and didn't Edge say he came back to wrestle who he wants to wrestle or something like that?
Yeah, and AJ Styles has just signed like a new $3 million a year deal, and he's one of the top guys again now, finance-wise. So
into the top 10, I think, AJ Styles.
Yeah, so it probably would make sense for that. They seem to be these guys re-signing seem to be getting big matches, don't they? Kevin Owens, Austin,
and AJ Styles wants it as well.
Sami Zayn, Johnny Knoxville. So they're all re-signing, getting his big
little champion,
getting his big matches out of these. So.
I'm all for that though, Edge and AJ Styles.
I'd love to see that.
Love to see that. Great. Will it get 5 stars?
No. Might on the Franklin reigns.
4 3/4 in it's going to be from Meltzer.
Yeah.
Well, don't do that because I'm well of the opinion I'm actually going to like. I enjoyed Edge Orton's Last Man Standing, but it went on
45 minutes, wasn't it? Yeah.
They're not going to do a Last Man Standing match, so for me it has to be 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes.
I think 15 to 20 minutes is fine. Yeah. I think that's all it needs to be. Like, New Japan is more for the hardcore wrestling fans, in it, so you can get away with those longer matches here. But I don't think people in the States really respond that well to them. Like, there aren't many really great long matches, are they?
Ziggler, Rollins. Everyone was wanting that last on the main event and the crowd shit on it from day one.
Yeah, the half an hour Iron Man match.
Yeah. The crowd absolutely shit on it. Good match as well. But the crowd won't have any of it. So 15 to 20 minutes, I think that'll do. You should be, if you're good enough, you should be able to get everything you need in.
Yeah.
In 15 to 20 minutes. What's happened? Else has happened? Oh, well, not really for Americans, but for Brits. WWE have announced a new hospitality partner, haven't they? Or travel packages. It's going to be all done. It is called On Location. And they're going to provide fans of hospitality packages to all the major events: WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, Money in the Bank, Survivor Series. They will curate best-in-class elevated offerings to give WWE fans an unforgettable experience from the moment of the purchase.
There we go.
The first one is for Money in the Bank.
That's in Vegas, isn't it, this year? July. Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's funny, because we've been lucky every time we've gone, but when other independent ones do it, it seems like they get absolutely shafted.
Yeah.
Just the worry, in it.
Yeah. Can't name that company because they're quite litigious, are they? But yeah, there's a company that seems to really do have fans of it.
Absolutely good. I guess another news is they're merging the titles at WrestleMania.
Bloody hell, yeah. We're doing all this news backwards, aren't we? This is quite big news, actually, isn't it? I hate this.
Well, is this not obvious? Was this not obvious?
Yeah. But then, isn't Brock defending it at Madison Square Garden? I'm assuming they'll win now. But they were talking as if he was going to, almost like hinting that he would probably lose it somehow at the house show at Madison Square Garden, which has been really cool if he did it.
But I don't know how it's going to work. They're going to have a champion on both brands.
Yeah,
again?
they just got Roman on both brands, haven't they? That's what they're going for, I think. Because he does have a noticeable pickup when they go on Raw. Yeah, if they want Raw consistently above 2 million again, they've got to get Roman on that.
They've got to put him on.
Yeah.
Right, do it. Just do one or the other. I don't care what you do. Have a brand split. I don't have a brand split, but just fully commit to whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this half brand split, wild card rules. Just do what you want anyhow. It's not a proper brand split. What's the point? You just got 2 shows.
Yeah, I hope it's just called the WWE Championship or the Undisputed Championship afterwards. I do not want the main title to be the Universal Championship.
Ugh, that'd be awful.
Yeah, concerns me, Russ.
What belt will they have? But they'll get away from the coloured belt and Charlie.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully it's a brand new design. It's about time, isn't it? And they're really, they're all right, these ones, aren't they? Yeah. They're not Winged Eagle, or are they? Or Big Eagle.
Go back to personalised belts.
Yeah.
They've not had one in a while, have they?
Yeah, they're just...
A tribal belt? Last one was the plant belt, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was cool, actually. That was the Fiend. The Fiend.
The Fiends, but that was terrible.
Such a terrible one. Imagine if every wrestler just had their own face. Like, imagine Brock Lesnar's just his face. But made out of leather.
It'd just be a big shiny belt then, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, how long
it gets redder. Like, the longer your title in is, the redder Brock's face gets.
And the longer the strap gets, like his body itself. How long have these belts? Was it from when Randy Orton put them
It was the last time they were unified.
Was it Randy Orton?
It was Brock Lesnar.
Oh, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. Randy Orton had both of them, didn't
he? Right.
He won it and carried both, and then Bryan won both. But the actual, when he went down to one belt, it was Brock Lesnar who had it. It was like 2013, 14, something like that.
So wow, then. So maybe it is time to update the belt design.
Yeah, I reckon so.
But then they'd have to update them all. Well, I'm a fan of them being sort of similar, but yeah, I think.
Yeah, I like the women's just being similar because it's like the UFC or something in it, but yeah.
Yeah, because it's the world title, isn't it? So,
yeah.
I guess we'll see. I mean, it sounds like they're cutting the roster down, don't they? So, to bring it back closer in. Have we missed any of them massive news? I'm just trying to go through my list. I don't think we have.
That's it.
WWE have no idea what to do with Elias.
Well,
no creative plans.
He was getting repackaged, and that was the rumor. Was he went off TV to get repackaged?
Yes, and actually, his repackaged persona is in the game, isn't it? It's wearing like the renders for the game.
Yeah.
He's wearing like Macho Man style pants, which he's never worn in a match.
Yeah.
So we'll see his gimmick debut in the game, I think.
Is he going to be the one who's just unfortunately going to get released? Is that where this is going?
Well, he's been off TV now for 7-8 months. July last year.
I think he's another one where at this point, just leave him off telly until we're after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Get a decent pop. Yeah.
Yeah. He could open Raw after WrestleMania.
Yeah,
that's his old gimmick, yeah.
Yeah, just go back to his old gimmick and do that, yeah. Although they did all those vignettes, didn't they, where he was like, oh, he's dead.
Well, he was massive, wasn't he?
Yeah.
At one point. The fans absolutely loved him. And he was he was one of the Elimination Chambers, wasn't he? So he was sort of near the main event level.
Oh, yeah.
And then it became a lackey, didn't he? It became like just a henchman, didn't he?
Well, he had that feud with the racist, what was his name? Jackson Riker, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, didn't get released for that. Got released as well.
Yeah, just got released. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he's one of them, isn't it? Do you miss? Is anybody clamouring for Elias to come back on TV?
No, but it'd be cool to see him back, I reckon.
Yeah,
I'd have him back, just his old drifter gimmick. It's been long enough now.
Mm-hmm.
But the pop, especially with the post-WrestleMania crowd, you get a well-good pop, I reckon.
Yeah. But then what do you do with him? Does he just go back into the mid-card? I guess it needs fresh.
Yeah, because it's like, they had him all the way through the Thunderdome era, doing his Elias shtick, and there was no fans there. But he's like one of the perfect people who gets heat, because all he has to do is say something to the sports team or anything. Do you remember that promo he did with Kevin Owens where he insulted Seattle Supersonics for leaving Seattle or something, and he just got booed out. It was like the most heat I've ever seen. So it was weird that they started stopping it as soon as they moved out of arenas. It didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
So I moved back into arenas.
You need to, but you somewhat we expect with fans.
Yeah.
It was in that awful segment though where Jason Jordan was throwing broccoli.
Don't remember that. So, it's probably for the best.
Terrible. Should we go through WWE's top earners? Because that's the last bit of the news before we get into WWF.
Go on then.
So, right, have we all seen the list, or should we play a little game?
So let's play a game. I think I've seen it, so I'll let although I've got everything wrong tonight, but I think I've seen it. But I'll let Aaron and Piers have a guess. So
the list I've got, I don't believe it. It just says who's at the top. So who do we think's in it? Who do we think who in the top four? Right in the top four, get them up.
Roman, Brock, Randall, Seth.
Topi is not correct. Aaron, you want to guess?
How many did you get right?
I'm not telling you.
Brock and Roman are definitely the top two.
Right, have you got what? Go on. What are your other two?
Just trying to think of the roster. Becky Lynch.
And
Seth.
Aaron is not correct. Lou, do you want to go? Can you remember the top four?
I think it was Roman, Brock, Randy Orton. It was the fourth one. Becky Lynch?
No, so it is Brock, Roman, Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey, of course.
Randy Orton.
Yeah,
that
makes perfect sense. Actually, yeah.
Who's number one then? Is it Brock?
I think so. That's was listed first, but that could be.
I'd be surprised if it isn't.
Yeah, I would think it would be.
I reckon like guaranteed it is, but I reckon Roman must make more merchandise these days. Surely.
Yeah. It's not. Well, they don't know how much Rousey and Orton actually earn, but Lesnar and Reigns apparently both their deals are worth in excess of $5 million a year.
Wow.
According to Lesnar, he doesn't even need the money. He's only doing it because he wants to do this. Apparently, he's been very clever with investing and saving.
Yeah, it's just a farmer, isn't he? Like,
it's just a country boy, isn't he?
He's a basic farmer, isn't he? Outside of wrestling, yeah.
And then the next lot, so then you've got Edge, Miz. It was Goldberg before his deals expired. AJ Styles is believed to be on that bracket of Edge and Miz. And it's mad that Miz is up there.
I suppose he's been there for that long. That's what happens when you stay at a company for so long, doesn't it?
I was say Miz has been there for years, hasn't he?
And then the next one's Kevin Owens, whose deals apparently between 2 and 3 million. That's false advertising by. Well, it's not top 10; it's just top earners. It was top 10. So that's all we've got. Yeah, I mean, Seth Rollins must be up there. Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, I thought they would have been up there.
Yeah, especially Charlotte, I suppose.
Depends when they sign her, doesn't it? Like especially with Becky, if she got signed before she got massively over, she might get a better deal next time. But
for the next,
yeah. You know, you got to think like the WrestleMania before she main evented, she was in the pre-show Battle Royal. It was a hell of a year, wasn't it? So if she signed before then she probably wouldn't be on a lot of main event money.
Well, it's good to see AJ Styles up there, I guess. Goldberg, of course. I mean, Goldberg obviously hasn't signed a year contract, so these must be
right. I'm getting annoyed. By the way, I just want a bit of a rant about when Goldberg's like, he's only done 45 minutes work, like he's getting paid this much. You do not look like fucking Goldberg if you're only doing 45 minutes worth of work. Like he's putting, how old is he? Like mid-50s.
Yeah, 54, I think.
Yeah, he's putting a big shift in to look like that. It's not just about the actual minutes wrestled, is it?
No,
gym and diet and
it's a hell of a lot more commitment that goes into him. The way he's speaking, like he just sits at home and then just turns up and wrestles. Like you don't look like Goldberg if you're just doing that. Like he's put a lot of effort in.
He wrestled in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, he's gonna get more money for that, anyway. But
I'm not being funny. His body looks in better shape than 90% of WWE's roster.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he's just in absolutely phenomenal shape. So that was my beef. That was all. It's just implied that he's like done like 45 minutes work in his entire career or his WWE career, or whatever, but nonsense in it.
Well, it's like Undertaker, isn't it? Where
he was doing one match a year, right?
He was doing one match a year, but he was saying he became like a boxer or a UFC fighter where he had to do training camps, didn't he? So I reckon Goldberg's probably similar.
Oh, absolutely.
He had to do like a training camp to do that match.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Is anyone calling out his UFC guys when their fights got like a minute and they get fight? Yeah. Or is that
you're a legend, aren't you? If you get
they don't get paid enough today, I guess. So the UFC's lasted.
But boxers, you know what I mean? If Canelo knocks somebody out in the first round, he's getting millions and millions and millions, isn't he?
Yeah. So that's a guy getting knocked out as well.
Yeah. But he's put in an 18-week training camp or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's just my little rant there. Like, yeah.
And also, if Goldberg's getting paid that much money for 45 minutes of action, then he's a fucking genius.
Yeah, fair play.
Let's give Goldberg a bit of credit.
Mm-hmm.
Why on earth would you do 15 weeks, time when you could do 45 minutes and get paid more? You'd run a big 45 minutes, surely.
For sure.
It's like, I mean, I know I always like Kevin Nash up, but he's a genius because he went up for more money to do less shows, didn't he? That's why they all moved.
Yeah, he's the smartest wrestler of all time in some ways, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in some ways. He ruined wrestling, but he's the smartest. I think that's it for news, isn't it? There's a bit of Impact news, but no one's really asked, are they?
No one watches.
Jonathan Gresham's considering WWE and AEW. I don't think anybody's actually offered for him. I think he's just saying he would go. Of course you would.
Yeah. Have you noticed that the people who toy with signing with WWE in public never end up signing there?
No.
Like they always, do you know what I mean? Like it'll be
There's
AEW.
always a reason why they never do, though, isn't there?
Yeah. But you know, the ones who are like, who should I sign for? It's like they'll always end up signing for someone not WWE if they do that.
Yeah, it's like most. I don't know how many people are actually in for him. He has a checkered history, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't think WWE would
I don't think WWE were that close. They just used the name for clout, as the kids say, don't they?
Yeah.
Right then, Lou, it was Wrestle Around Chamber.
Oh, it sure was, Ross. I've got the card up because we actually tweeted in advance. Did anyone like the pre-match graphics, by the way?
Yeah, good stuff. Good
week,
stuff.
yeah.
Getting on it.
Let me get through the card, Ross. And it was a big paper. I think, personally, for me, the most enjoyable Restaurant Premium live event that we've had.
Yeah, it was a good show,
so
wasn't
far.
Is that because you wasn't on your own?
We should call them freemium wrestling around because it was all free on. Of course, I was with old Bob Roode, wasn't he? Overseeing procedures.
And your camera slipped down, and now all we can see is the little crotch.
Aye. You see more of my face now, can't you? Before
we also see more of the little crotch.
That's fair enough.
Bob Roode, it looks on. Well, it was like Bob Roode's coming to get you there.
That's a bit scary. So it was Bob Roode's glorious crotch
with his breakdown.
Yeah. So go through. So we obviously started off with the henchman title.
Henchman title, and it was a TLC match. So obviously it was fatal four-way. So the Big Bad Wolf was defending against Beans, Gravy, and the new side, Adam Coleslaw.
Yeah. It was all wondering what it could be. No one expected Adam Coleslaw.
Why I decided to make that one is not a new game. It's beyond me, but I did. That's what I did. Adam Coleslaw. So you get a nice little hat and a nice little suit.
Yeah.
But then, you would think that was, someone else winning would give the Big Bad Wolf quite the out. And he would be able to move on from the Henchman Championship because he's kind of running out of challenges. But no, that's not what happened, was it? Fucking Big Bad Wolf won. Frustratingly, with fucking Beans, just didn't climb a ladder, did he? Fuming.
Hell of a run though for
hell of a run. Still going. What do we do next? I don't know. But yeah, he was the mystery opponent, was Adam Coleslaw, so he's back. Then we had Terry Peters versus Stephen A. Smith in there's a somewhat compared match, but Stephen A. Smith won.
Not a good showing for Terry Peters.
Yeah, but Terry Peters was accompanied by his best mate Tony Khan.
It was. You want to tell us about this, Peters? Why was you with Tony Khan?
Paid me.
He paid you.
Dave Meltzer gave me 5 stars.
Yeah, nothing but a shill to the end, was he?
I'm now doing the Meltzer driver.
The Spooky Skank appeared ringside as well. So where's that going? Is that feud not over yet?
Peters just needs to get off the weed.
Yeah.
That was what it was about.
Clyde Tony's with me.
That's the feud.
Oh God, somebody saying that will get sued.
And litigious again.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
there we go. And then Randy Hogan was going up against the Three Kings in tables action. He needed some backup. And boy did he get it in Samoa Joe and Disco Viking.
Former AWF World and a future WWF World Champion.
Well, I think so. But there was a bit of beef, wasn't there, I thought, between the three big beef lads. They won the free zip, obviously. But there was a point where Disco Viking was stopping other people from putting him through the table so he could do it himself. So there's a bit of tension between Randy Hogan and Disco Viking in the run up to Restaurant Mania. It's an interesting one to keep an eye on.
Good to see Randy Hogan back on winning because he's had a fall from grace on it. He was the first ever Wrestling Federation World Champion.
Yeah.
He then lost in the next night.
It's Kevin the Frog. He's not been around for a while, either, has he, Kevin?
Yeah, Kevin needs to come back. Was it all Chris Jericho's fault?
He's not done a great deal. 2010 Chris Jericho as well has got not involved. And
then he went on the right slippery slope, well, Randy Orton, but he's back to winning ways. What's next for the three kings then?
I don't know. Could they be splitting up? Could there be civil war amongst the kings? Jerry Lawler's on the new game now, which is good. Officially, yeah.
Is King Booker?
I don't know. I'm sure Booker T will be if King Booker's not. So hopefully Barry King will be.
You need a trios title, don't you, on there?
Yeah, hopefully they're on the new game. Yeah, we've not had like traditional 3-on-3 tables trio action for a while, have we?
We used to have it, the three versions of people.
Yeah, kind of run out, but that'll come back definitely. When this is about, we could probably do like 6 versions of Mysterio on a new one. Then we had the Shepherds, Ross. The last chance before their secret identity was revealed because no one knows who they are still. But they lost to the Gorillas Tuesday. So going to reveal
in 2 days.
In 2 days' time. Yeah, who are these mysterious shepherds?
Keep your eyes peeled for that.
Yeah. And then I can't know what happened, but we'll just say it now at some point. So Rand came out with his wife Nancy, who made her debut. And they were going to introduce the lawyer who'd kind of got him into the match because obviously that was announced midweek. Rand was the 6th man. And who was the lawyer? None other than Business Horse.
The man good at business, though, Business Horse.
Very good at business. So he did a few low blows to Rand and took his place in the match.
Low blows.
Yeah. Well, he's made 2-1, but Nance kept getting up on the fucking ropes, and she said a bit about 4 before the match ended. So
Rand got screwed.
Don't look at Rand's nuts. Do we after that?
There was a name on the contract. It was Business Horse, though, not Rand.
Not Rand. That was it. Yeah. So he's lawyered him, and he's won his way into the restaurant chamber. Who saw that coming?
What next for Rand? You know what I mean? Is he going to be upset with Business Horse? Has he got the first?
Well, I think so. He's going to have to be out for revenge, isn't he? Will he get it soon?
Does he want to grill now, or is he put down his grilling utensils? He's taking wrestling
seriously. He did just want to grill, didn't he? And speaking of gorillas, Big Mel Gorilla. That's a terrible segue.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Handily beat Colonel Sanders, actually. It wasn't as competitive as I thought it was going to be.
Ran through him. So, flanked by the other gorillas.
Some new mannerisms for Big Mel Gorilla. It just all seems a bit familiar, doesn't it?
Paul
Heyman was there, and he just raised the belt at the end. Prominent performance.
No drumstick because
he was put for a table last week, wasn't he?
Taken out by Big Metal Gorilla, who's no gold.
Yeah, well, he's got a new attitude, and it's happened like.
Because he retained, he would be in the main event of WrestleMania.
Yeah, he will against the winner of the Restaurant Chamber, the first ever Restaurant Chamber. I had a big W on the top of it that stands for Restaurant, so that was pretty cool. And then when we got to it, well, I think possibly one of the greatest main events of the Restaurant history, I thought. But
top match. Who was in it? Let's go through.
So we went through. So there was Snakebin Pants, the Con, Ainsley Harriet. We'll go into him, but the Casual Cat, Wider John, and now obviously Business Horse.
Business Horse.
So we started off with I can't remember that, the Con and the Casual Cat, and then the Snakebin Pants come in.
Disappointing showing for the Con.
Yeah, well, Casual Cat just absolutely fucking did him over. Like Casual Cat's new finish, which is the plunge to the groin when on the floor. It really showed some vicious shots. Casual Cat had a very good showing, I thought, in this one. He kept climbing the cage like a cat, which was unexpected, but fantastic, to be honest. But he kept just climbing the cage and jumping out. Classic cat-like behaviour. And then Ainsley Harriet came out. Fucking hell. What a performance from Ainsley Harriet as well.
Some thought he might have won it.
Yeah, nearly did. He came out 4th. And then, Business House came out 5th, not 6th, so 1 fixed, And then Wider John came out last. But Wider John was a bit shit on it, to be honest. Like, what?
Shit, though.
Easy
qualifier though, Wider John.
Against Alteri, didn't he? Yeah. Where's the space he was in that as Wider John. But yeah, so the final 2, Business House and Ainsley Harriet. And it was, Business House had to do 4 finishes. Ainsley Harriet kept kicking out of.
It's fair to say Ainsley Harriet's on the level better than Rand.
Yeah. And he finally won with some sort of roll up kind of prawn hold combination on it, which is a relief to everyone, I think. Business Horse goes around. When he kicked out that 4th low blow, I was like, oh, fucking hell. This was not part of the plan. But yeah, one with a roll up, and like we don't need to worry about it now, after we?
So we've been, denied a dream match against Harriet and Big Metal Gorilla.
Yeah. Well, but Business Horse and Big Metal Gorilla, WrestleMania 2. Who will be head of the stable?
Nice. You freeze that.
Yeah, I am. Thought of it like a week ago. They put it in the group. I was going to put it in a group chat, but I was like, actually, no, it's worth it, isn't it?
You said earlier to me, I've got some big news.
No,
was that it?
No, it's a big announcement, right? So obviously, Business Horse at the moment leads the hair business. The gorilla, Big Metal Gorilla leads the gorillas.
Yeah.
So this coming Wednesday will be the final 2K19 stream, all going well. So what better way to go out? The War Games!
War Games.
This week, one week build. Gorillas versus the hair business in War Games.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, so that's your main event of
I've been
special.
asking for this for so long.
Special premium live event called Wrestling Around Games.
2 warring factions.
Yeah, what the effects? What will there be effects on the road to WrestleMania?
Who's going to get the upper hand? Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
We can't have two. You can't have 2 teams, can we? It's only heading for war. So
2 champs go to war.
Exciting stuff. I can't wait for we'll have Wednesday and then it's the new game, so we'll see.
Yeah, so fingers crossed. We might be on a new game. We might just be back on 2K19 if there's no costumes. So
everybody pray for a massive gorilla costume.
Yeah,
which has been on for a few, though, hasn't it?
I'm a bit worried though, because he said they were making it more realistic, the creation suite, and it's like that's not what we need. Because what I really wanted was back to the days of Joseph DeBed, who unfortunately will still be not making his debut on a new game. Disappointing, but
Standy Bed.
All the DeBeds. That'd be a great new faction to come in, wouldn't it?
Full DeBed family, yeah.
Not meant to be, unfortunately.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but it's not that unrealistic. Animal props.
Yeah, hopefully.
They start in the bodies, are you?
Yeah, you could wrestle in a horse head if you wanted to.
Yeah. Look at Manta.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's
is it unrealistic? No,
that's all to come, but yeah, the next week, this week, Wrestle Around Games, Wednesday.
Yeah, let's go. I'll be there. Can't wait for this. Yeah, good stuff. So that's on twitch.tv/WrestleAround. Follow us on WrestleAround on Twitter. It's all on there, isn't it? Facebook.
Sure is, yeah. We'll announce the rest of the card in time, yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else any news? Any final news, final thoughts? No?
Nothing.
We've done the news. Wrestling makes it more exciting.
It's a slow week, wasn't it? After
when they're in the pay-per-view, it's crap.
The week before was mental, wasn't it? The last 2 weeks, and this week's just been a bit. What's it? We're getting Vince coming back. I assume he's the Austin level surprise that Meltzer hinted at. Because no one fucking saw this coming.
What if we get Austin Vince?
No, we got to save that first.
Year after all the few matches.
Yeah.
And for the Vince is 1 year older.
A few matches under the belt for us. Yeah.
Shake off the ring rust of it.
Yeah.
Calling it now. Money in the Bank. Vince to win.
There we go.
Vince to beat Roman Reigns.
Imagine the heat.
Imagine the heat that
he's selling. Imagine he sells the company. He's like, I've got 1 day left. Okay, I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to beat him.
Yeah, but there's normally a thing, isn't there, where he sells the company and the champions automatically get a contract. If he wants to still be involved, he might have to be.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. So Vince wins. Remember this. What's Monday? The 28th of February news from Wrestle Around. Then this is it. Remember that day for when Vince wins the title. Right, then that's the news. Thanks for joining us, Terry Peters.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, Aaron.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, Scoop L.
Thank you. That's good.
He's great, Scoop. Thanks for joining us, Bob Rood's Glowing Penis.
Glorious.
And join us next week. Oh, no, not next week. Next week for the news, but join us on Wednesday for another episode of Wrestling Around.